paddock for the first race, Mark. Number 1 Rivich, back and trip to the race he won last year. He ran over further on Thursday.
Yeah, only finished 8th on Thursday. He's been just under 5 lengths behind Yorkshire Lady. Won this race last year for a rating of 92. He's now 95. Ran very well at Goodwood early in the season in the Golden Mile handicap.
If we can find number 3, number 3 is Radana. He's run here plenty of times. He's been a great servant to Diane Sayre.
Yeah, he's been a tremendous horse. 13 times winner. Fantastic strike rate at the track. He's 7 from 10. Runs off a mark of 94, so he needs a career high, but he ran well last time at Ascot in the Shergar Cup meeting, finishing 2nd.
And if we can find the yellow jacket of number 5, number 5 is Koi Koi. Ran very well at Newbury last time. Has the hood on today. Apparently ran 2-3 last time.
Yeah, he's only had 3 starts for George Bow. His ex-Andrew Balding was a winner at Newmarket over a mile. That was off 93, a couple of pounds higher now. Ran well last time out at Newbury, finishing 3rd.
Horses then in the paddock. Indeed, they're shortly all leaving the paddock, going to pose for the first of the day, the Virgin Bet handicap, over a mile.
The Ayr Gold Cup day, and we start with the Virgin Bet handicap stakes. They're going a mile, and the runners are heading down. Greenwich last year's winners, we heard. It's the top of the base now, this one. Runners are making their way round to the 1 mile start over on the far side. They're led out in the gold colours by number 9, Il Bandito, the Johnny Jeff Dart, James Horton, trains this one, Peter Stoll in the saddle. Going down now for the New Bradley Racing for the 13, Aldrin Jones, to the lead line for Roger Bell. Followed down by Radana, the one in the blue chevron for Diane Sayre and James Sullivan. Radana is on the way to the start as well. Next couple heading out. In the Murray paddock is Dutch Decoy on Standard 1 for Charlie Mark Johnson. The black chevron on the sleeve and the black hat, that is Dutch Decoy. The company there with the red and white colours of Sept, for Roger Ryan, Charlie Fellows. Over to Paul Wild, red with a white spot, white sleeve, red spot. Number 8 is Gweedore, well through the white cross belt and striped sleeve and a blue cap. Gweedore is the next one to head out. Followed by Koi Koi, the yellow colour with the white spot. Koi Koi. Trained down south by George Bowie, Newmarket, Jim Crowley is on board. The Swade is number 6, the David Nicholas Barrett, Kenny Scott, with the white and the green cross of the range. Number 4 is on Sept, in white colours with the red cap, red and white on the sleeve. Number 1 is Revich, last year's winner, the light blue colour of Newman Park. Also owned by Phil Cunningham and Danny Pudder and Richard Spencer. And there's the Old Town, the champion for last year, and Mr. Craig Miller, purple and white. 12 is Missy Air, the light blue with Laurie Jeffrey from Camp. The second colour is Newman Park, Keith Dalrich, who had a winner yesterday in
There we go then for the opener. Virgin Bet Handicap Class 2. Revic is 7-2. Koi Koi's upset someone 11-2. Radana 13-2. Dirty Old Town 15-2. Tens and bigger. The rest, I agree with you, Dave. Koi Koi in a hood made a lot of appeal, but doesn't to many.
No, it's last half hour, so maybe it didn't look well or go down to post well, but I can't see any reason on the form why it should more than double in price since this morning. Maybe bookmakers being overcautious, but I was happy to back it at 5-1. So we've got a steam in again at 6-1, haven't we? Yeah,
that's the rule. Good start to the day. Revic then, well supported, going at the top of the betting. Koi Koi on the drift. Nice open race to kick things off.
There's nothing we saw in the paddock that would suggest that Koi Koi was worth opposing. He's had a break since running too keen at Newbury last time. The hood is on here. Why they're opposing him, I don't know.
No, it's a surprise, Gordon. He's got, as he says, got the headgear on for the first time. Still lightly raced, 3-year-old. He was a winner for Andrew Balding. 3 starts so far for George Bowie. He was a winner at Newmarket back in July. 2 starts since, 1 at Goodwood. Last time out at Newbury, that form looks pretty strong. The winner, Antrim's come out and won since at Doncaster. So good level of form. George Bowie continues in good form.
And he's perfectly well behaved down at the start, so why they're opposing him, I don't know. Maybe people think he might run 2-3 again despite the hood.
Yeah, well, he should get a pace to run at. He comes from stall 7, but there's at least 3 or 4 of these that like to go forward, so I think the pace will be decent. That'll suit him.
Revic ran here on Thursday, his first run at 1.25 miles on Thursday. He's back in trip to the course and distance he won this race off last year.
That's right, back in trip I think it's going to suit him. Never won beyond a mile in the past. Won the race last year off 92. He's £3 high now. He'd have a big chance if he reproduced either the run at Epsom at the Derby meeting when he was second behind Total Charming, or even the Golden Mile at the Qatar Glorious Goodwood meeting, third behind Orban. Both of those runs read well. He's another horse who likes a strong gallop, comes late.
Yeah, and he looks in good nick there down at the start, despite running just 48 hours ago when he probably didn't stay the 1.25 miles on his first go at that trip. And what can you say about Radana? I know the owner, Graham Lund, he's been here 10 times. He's won 7 times here, 6 at 7 and 1 over course and distance.
That's right, he's been a credit to Connections. 7 from 10 all told at the track. He does need a career best off a mark of 94. He's never won off such a high rating, but he's already enjoyed a good season. Won at Thirsk in the Thirsk Cup on his reappearance, and there was nothing wrong with the run in the Shergar Cup last time out, beating a length and a half. Stall 5 should be okay for him.
Number 2, What's the Story for Keith Dalglish and Callum Rodriguez. Another one that ran a couple of days ago, over 1.25 miles as
he
well.
Also ran in the same race at Yorkshire Lady, one of Mick and David Easterby. He's a winner over a mile and a quarter. It probably doesn't really matter to him. Good course form as well. He's off 95. 8-year-old now, he's probably not the force he used to be. Draw could definitely be better. He's wide in 12.
Maybe slightly less exposed. Dirty Old Town in the right hands as well. Grant Chua with Jack Mitchell on board. Just won 1 race, but this is just his 9th start.
Yeah, he's sort of in and out on his going days. He's not a bad horse. He was second in the Royal Mile on his first run for Grant Chua. Ran well at Donny last time out. That was over 7. He's back to a mile here. He's 1 from 8 all told.
Number 10, Sept, we haven't seen since running moderately Epsom at the Derby meeting.
Yeah, so he's got ground to make up with Revic on that meeting. Both career wins have come with plenty of cut in the ground. She just wonder whether trying up might not be ideal for him.
And then just one more to chuck at you finally, on a session for Graham Lee and David and Nicola Barron.
Yeah, the Barons have got 2 runners. They've also got Persuasion on a session. Wood over 7 early in the season. He's up 4 for that win.
Confirming then the ground is good for the first of the big day of the year in Scotland here on the flat. It is of course Virgin Bet Ayr Gold Cup day. Let's go then live for the opening race to commentator Anthony Guinness.
It's the Midland Park pair, Misty Air, the orange cap, and Revic, last year's winner. Ran here earlier in the week. They go in pretty much together to complete the line. We're set for the opener on Ayr Gold Cup day. We're ready and they're off. Jumped away. Koi Koi was a bit slow for the Virgin Bet Handicap Stakes. They're racing over a mile. Gweedore got away quickly towards the outside. Leads early on in company there with What's the Story. Also prominent too is Il Bandito racing in the gold colours. Just off the speed and just shuffled back there was Dirty Old Town against the rails. Was just briefly short of room. Was passed by Blenheim Boy. Revic in about 5th place, last year's winner. He's been followed by Sept further back in the field, red with the white spots. To his outside is On a Session, also white and red colours. Then comes Redana. Eldrick Jones is further back in the white and black colours. Then Koi Koi, after a slow start, finds himself well down the pack in the yellow, followed by Misty Air. The orange cap, the light blue, is also towards the back of the field, along with Dutch Decoy, who's right towards the rear too in the mauve and black, and the back marker is Persuasion, held up by Kevin Stott, making the turn then, and they head past halfway towards the home straight, and up front it's still What's the Story who leads. To in second place Il Bandito. Gweedore is racing in third place, just off them then is Revich, who's on the outside in a share of fourth place with Blenheim Boy. Back on the inside, Dirty Old Town has got a bit to do from there as they head down now for the final quarter mile. Going well in the centre, Il Bandito, the gold colours. Far side, What's the Story is boxing on. Out a bit wider, Gweedore is still there. Here comes Revich now in the light blue to the outside with a chance. What's the Story over on the rails though? Leads them inside the furlong. From the back, Blenheim Boys picking up. Far side, What's the Story? Tackled hard by Gweedore and Revich. Entering the final half. In the centre, it's Gweedore now, who's just got his nose in front. Gweedore wins for Katie Scott. To in second place, What's the Story? Third, Revich, and fourth, Redana.
She's having a fantastic season, Katie Scott. It's her best ever season on the flat, and Gweedore has contributed to that success, and he's given her another winner here in the hands of Jason Hart. Going in second place, What's the Story, who had made a lot of the running. Revich, last year's winner, finishes in third place. And, well, what a story it is for Katie Scott. What a season she's having in the Lamont colours as well. He led early doors, and then it was What's the Story that took up the running, but Gweedore's got back up again in the closing stages. Trained in the Scottish borders and ridden by a Hoyt jockey.
He was, and he's been a tremendous horse for Connections, a real flag bearer for Katie Stott. He won 4 last year, that's his third win of 2022, and that's his 5th course win as well today. Had a wide draw in stall 13, as did the eventual second What's the Story. He was even wider as well, but the pair of them soon got themselves to the fore.
It was a strange race from Koi Koi. He missed the break, he made up a little bit of ground, but he never really got seriously involved.